Welcome to Al Jazeera. The Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has cancelled a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert. Palestinians say the talks would be pointless because Israel has not responded to any issues on the agenda.
Well, one of the latest examples of events that make peace so hard to imagine. An elderly Palestinian man was shot dead in his home in the West Bank. Israel's army is saying it was looking for the man's son, who's on its wanted list. More now from Owen Fay.
Officially, the Israelis say their soldiers opened fire only after a group of men assaulted them and tried to grab their weapons. Those who were there say that's a lie.
أسرة قاعدة مستقرة في بيتها أجوا زي الكلاب المسعورة أجوا السفلة أجوا ودخلوا لحد ما فتحوا الباب بلش يطلق النار قتل الرجل صاحب الأسرة عمره حوالي 80 سنة قتل على الباب طلعت زوجته تصرخ طخ زوجته من ثم طخ أخوه ابنه 6 إصابات وهو بيتفرج على الدار بيركض دم.
It's no exaggeration. It is a pool of blood. And one relative says the shooting was completely indiscriminate. According to those on the scene, the soldiers shot and killed one man, wounded his wife and 4 others. Moreover, they accused the soldiers of firing at young children as well. And that's according to the dead man's daughter, still covered in blood as she described what happened. And this is just one incident, one family. The images are as shocking as the story itself. But for those who have lived under conditions like these for 40 years, incidents like this one no longer come as a surprise. Owen Fay, Al Jazeera.
On the 40th anniversary of the June aggression, the eyes of the steadfast people of the Golan Heights remained wide open, with firm confidence and regardless of how high or where the temporary Israeli occupation fences are placed. They anticipate the return of the Golan to the motherland.
لطالما بقي الجولان السوري المحتل محور وجوهر أي حديث يرتبط بنضال الشعب العربي وصموده في وجه الاحتلال الإسرائيلي وممارسات.
The occupied Golan Heights are the essence of any event related to the struggle of the Arab people and their steadfastness in the face of the Israeli occupation and its racist authorities' practices. When we speak about the Golan, the land and its people, we speak about a critical turning point that will define the future of the entire region. With such great implications, day after day, the people of the occupied Golan Heights have never stopped believing that the Golan will soon be returned to their motherland, Syria. Today, on the 40th anniversary of the June aggression, the talk about the Golan people's struggle has a different flavor. It is known that the occupation of the Golan in 1967 cannot be separated in any way from the expansionist Israeli policies in the occupied Arab lands, which have been practiced by consecutive Israeli governments. The plazas and alleyways of the Golan witness the heroic struggle of a people who face the covetous Israel and its attempts to deceive and mislead them. So who can forget Land Day? Who can forget the battle for identity? The issue of the Golan is an issue of a nation, a land and its people. The land, which was subjected to Zionist greed, the people, whose families were divided and whose lands were used to build settlements. Israel, with its bulldozers, buried legitimate international resolutions before burying entire villages. Despite all this, the eyes of the people of the Golan remain wide open and focus on the motherland. With firm confidence, they are anticipating a return. The feeling of wanting to return has been aroused, and the longing for the nation has remained sacred. No fence, regardless of how high or where it is built, can diminish or erase such longing.
أن تخفي أو تمحو هذا أو ذاك الشوق.
Followed by years of occupation, al-Naksa, or the setback, left the Palestinians without any consolation except for their resistance and unity, which are needed today more than ever before. Amani Abu Ghantash reports on a commemoration with unity as its slogan, held in the center of Ramallah.
Abu Ali is a living witness to the setback of June 5th, 1967, a day that dashed his hope for liberty.
We were hoping to go to Afri, Haifa and Jaffa, but we were surprised when they took over the rest of Palestine. That was the biggest setback.
40 years and Abu Ali still tastes the bitter memory of the setback. Those gathered around the Manar circle in the center of Ramallah share his sentiment as well as his burden of many years under occupation. Over those years, the situation in Palestine went through many stages, none of which were free from the occupation that aimed to divide an already divided nation, leaving the Palestinians alone in facing Israeli policy.
We need to understand that Israel's policy was built around dividing and splitting the Palestinian people. They prevent us from reaching Gaza and they prevent the inhabitants of Gaza from reaching us. But this will not prevent our connection or our unity. It's important for us to have a unified strategy, a common vision, and a joint effort.
So, unity is the secret word to get rid of occupation, with the hope that the Palestinians will not continue to count more years of it. 40 years have passed, but there is still hope that one day the 5th of June will have the flavor of freedom and victory that would erase the bitterness of the setback from memory. Amani Abu Ghantash, Dubai TV, occupied Ramallah.
دبي رام الله المحتلة.